Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Yarns with Andy. Today I've got Raji Rai from Vastra. She's got a wealth of knowledge in the construction industry in New Zealand. She's a project manager, my favorite profession. We'll dig into that.
I love it. I like to talk to like-minded people, Andy.
Like-minded?
Yeah.
Interesting. By the end of it, we'll see if you say the same thing.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Anyways, thank you so much for making time for being here. Really appreciate it. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
As you introduced me, my name is Raji Rai. My full name is actually Raja Rajeshwari Rai.
Right.
That's my first name.
Okay.
But I don't think even my parents called me by that name, so it's Raji Rai, and it has a nice tone to it.
Do you know my real name?
Go for it.
Do you know my real
No.
name? My real name is not Andy, by the way. Andy's my anglicized name.
Yes.
It's Annamalai Alagappan.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so Annamalai then, when I moved to New Zealand, and Dubai, and England, it just became either Animal, Anomaly, or Anna. I went, it's a beautiful South Indian name. Like, guys, it's not Animal, it's not Anomaly, it's not Anna, it's Annamalai.
No,
Sorry,
my reason for same struggles from people from South India is a longer name. So you run out of boxes to fill, so it's easier to have a shorter name for just general purposes, like you calling me Raji.
Raji.
So yeah, I'm a proud external client-side project manager.
Yo, well done.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
every bit of it. And I've been doing this specifically external project management for 12, 13 years, predominantly in New Zealand. Before that, I worked as a mechanical engineer. I worked in oil and gas. Don't come to me to build an oil and gas. It's way too complicated. I just had a stint in there as a graduate engineer. It was fun. It makes you realize how little impact you can make as a person in such a mega project. It's usually $1 billion. Then I did a building services kind of engineering role. So I have
Are you a mechanical engineer by?
Mechanical engineer.
Yeah, by education. Yep.
Yes. And I really enjoyed the aspect of implementing the mechanical engineering in a built environment. I did building services, duct calculation, design in Revit, some calculations of airflow. I really enjoyed the whole aspect of everything coming together. I still enjoyed mechanical engineering as a trade, but I wanted to do something that can give me a bigger lens of the project, because that keeps it dynamic. I like the people side of it.
Yeah.
People side
That's probably why you've set up your own project management consulting firm now, haven't you?
Yes.
How did that come about? Tell us, how did that come about?
It's
like you've taken a bold move on the downturn market to set up Vastra.
Hey, it can only go up if you're starting in down. But I wish I could say I have such a big, long story of how it come about. It didn't. It just one fine day, you wake up and you're like, something is missing. I'm kind of not feeling the spark. I'm kind of not feeling that I am adding real value in the real world and I can go out and do things on my own. Or there were multiple options, including let me just stop working at all. I've been through all the phases, and so what actually gives me a lot of joy is to bring in the knowledge I have and build a real expertise and specialist in commercial interior projects. This is what we predominantly set out for. I enjoy that space. I enjoy every front end of it. I do a lot of agreement releases for commercial clients. Right before even a building site is selected. So that's really exciting. One of my projects, I was part of the tenant interviewing the landlord for what are you going to build for us. And creating the idea of a seed from that point to really building handover and staff living in it for a good 5-6 years project. It's pretty special. It's pretty lengthy time for a commercial project, but I really enjoyed every aspect of it. Integrated fit out, not many people talk about it in New Zealand. Funny because it's very uniquely to New Zealand, but not many people understand about integrated fit outs. So I've done that. I've done also a little bit of data centers because I think I find it challenging, exciting.
Data centers is amazing. We love working on data centers. Like we specialize.
It's technically challenging. There is some real technical engineering challenge, as you would know, like the airflow and the resistance of CFD modeling, just to keep it short. It is a challenge, and the new
it's a fun challenge.
It's a really good challenge.
Yeah.
I love it. The challenge in the data center is, if you think about it, it's kind of similar to a commercial or interior project, but one side looks way more prettier than the other, but it all comes together.
Okay, so back to the name Vastra.
Yeah.
You said it means something. What does it mean?
Yes, so
How'd you guys come up with it? Like,
Vastra stands for vast opportunities in the blue
Yeah.
ocean. We really think. By the way, I've started the business not by myself. I have a business partner.
Yes.
We had a good, long working relationship, and I honestly I feel like I'm describing my partner because I could not have asked for a better partner.
Cool.
We click in many ways. So she also, I don't think, decided to do this. It was all in a splur of a moment, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Some might
Good on
call
you,
it
though.
dumb.
Good on you.
Move.
No, I'll tell you what.
Some might call it impulsive. Some might call it, I think you need to think about it.
I disagree.
Both Jen and I are the type of people who are quite impatient. If you decide something, we just got to do it, even
Sure.
if it doesn't result into a good outcome. So we decided.
But good on you, though. Hats off for you,
Oh,
to you
thank
guys,
you.
and wish you guys all the best. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
guys are already doing amazing things in the industry. So
Yeah, thank you.
Carry on.
So the name is Vastra for vast opportunities.
Vast
in,
opportunities.
Yeah, in the blue
So
ocean.
that's quite interesting. Yeah.
But
Rolls
because
off the tongue.
I didn't name it, it's Jan who came up with it.
Yeah.
Because it in Indian term it means clothing, so it's completely nothing related to Vastra.
Vastra means clothing.
Yeah.
In which language?
Hindi.
Hindi.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. My Hindi is bad. So
Okay.
mine is terrible.
No, I'm multilingual, so all good.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so cool. Business going well?
Business has, we've been operating for 5 months. I wish I could say every bit has been exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of things have been boring. A lot of things related to invoicing and GST, all the fun stuff, not really. That doesn't drive me, but I've enjoyed creating something from nothing.
Yeah.
And I had this rare opportunity with Jan. We thought about, let's set up a project management company, but let's not set up the same system that exists everywhere. Let's do something quite different offering as a market. Let's not think about meeting minutes as a Word document. Let's make it graphical. Let's make it video links where you're just speaking about progress. Let's just put pictures rather than words, because my clients don't read the reports. It takes forever to write it. It doesn't get any more value. Yes, there is a legal aspect for the reports, but only few reports need to be for the legal aspect. Let's make it quite empowering and fun. And I want my consultants to actually get. We don't want to send meeting minutes after meeting minutes, but the workshop notes that we send, we want you to actually open and read it.
Okay,
And
that's
it will be a couple of pages, and it'll be very visual, and you will get what you need as an update quite directly. So we thought about a lot of things that are working, not working, and what we can do. And setting up our own business has given us.
So are you telling me you guys are like the fun kind of project managers?
I think we are fun. Look,
All right. I don't think I've come across one of you before, right? This might be the first time I'm coming across. Because you do know I'm a dispute resolution.
Yes.
Is part of what we do.
Stressful.
It's stressful, and I run into a-hole project managers all the time who just want to be.
Well, do you think it's because they are a-hole project managers by nature, or do you think it's because the nature of dispute? It's high stress. It gets the worst out of it.
I agree, but then as a project manager, if I came to you and said, okay, there is a dispute, I'm a delay analyst. All I'm doing is I'm analyzing the data and putting forward a case. Yep, based on SEL delay and disruption protocols. I'm not doing anything else.
Yeah.
There's no emotion for me in it. There's no money for me to be gained or lost. It's a job that I'm asked to do, and I present the findings.
Yeah.
Somehow the a-hole project managers, right? Everything is emotionally driven. Every bit is emotionally driven. Yeah, because somehow they've got to protect their clients' risk position. They've got to protect their income. I don't know what it is. Yeah, every time they'll come in and it's a group of people and just go attack, and it's so like you can see it, you can feel it. Like,
I'm not saying this has not happened.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. But it's a very high stress environment, and I don't want to judge people just by on second hand. So maybe if I meet them and I'll be like,
I'll tell
Andy,
you what.
oh my God, they were actually project managers. Or no, you've got it wrong, mate.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Hopefully I come across you in a dispute, eh? You guys are the fun kind.
Hopefully I don't have a dispute is the way to think about it.
Fair enough. Actually, no. As strategic planning, we don't want to be doing a lot of disputes. We'll want to limit that so we can focus on the tech
If you
side of
plan
things.
well, what's the dispute, right?
100%, right?
That's your motto.
Yeah, prior planning prevents poor performance.
Yeah. Is that actually the actual line?
It is,
Okay.
100%. It's the 6 Ps. Prior planning prevents poor performance.
Okay.
There you go. I'm learning something new every day.
I am.
Okay. Anyways, let's talk about New Zealand. Right? Let's talk about New Zealand and innovation in New Zealand. And
Yeah.
what are you seeing out there in the market? Do you reckon there's quite a lot of innovation in the market?
It's a hard one to say if we are seeing the innovation. Innovation comes from individuals, not a company. Even if it's a large organization, it comes from specific individuals. So you don't normally see the innovation out in the market straight away. I think innovation word is misused for a lot of things in the industry. But if you look into...
How so?
They're calling what is innovation? Define innovation. Getting a new IT tool is not an innovation.
No,
It's
making
not
things
innovation.
smarter, faster, better.
That is.
100%. That's innovation for me. Right?
That is correct. But there is a lot of greenwashing on innovation, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have to do it. People do it. And I would rather have industry come up with something that is authentically their pain points, if they've come up with a solution that is resolving their own pain points or the client pain points, and have a solution, a system or software or a tool, I would be like, yeah, that's quite cool. So yes, we are seeing, as I'm sure you're seeing, there's some really cool tools out there.
We're not seeing innovation, Raji. We're creating innovation.
Right.
We're trying to, at least.
I think
we're trying to innovate.
your platform has a couple of really cool innovative tools, which has made people think about, I didn't think about this before, and let me use it. That's the whole point of an innovative tool. But innovation can also mean, in many different ways, it means different things.
What does it mean to you?
Innovation is obviously cutting down, increasing your efficiency. For me, it's also making a bit more fun, thinking outside the box, being creative. That's why I say it's very individual focused. Innovation sometimes could mean, let's just go back a couple of steps and cut these processes and see if, because it's not done often, we can get away saying it's innovation. But if you really think about it, you're doing the old school way. So some of the tools, like let's have meeting for meetings, like it has become a norm. It has been ingrained in site meetings or design meetings. Innovation could be, let's just not do the recurring meetings. Let's just do workshops, and the project manager who knows the process. I say that as a caveat because that project manager needs to have experience on what needs to happen when. So yes, New Zealand has a bit of a resource scarce on that level of expertise. Skill resource.
They do exist in pockets, but
they do.
What you mean, yeah.
But at scale, you don't see it, and you don't get project managers who know from end to end what needs to happen, who have the confidence of saying, no, let's not do meetings. I know what needs to be done at what time, and control the outcome. Cut the meeting time. I did like a rough calculation of 6 months design meeting. You have weekly design check-in meetings. Yep. You have the architects, you have some engineers, you have the clients, you have the QS, you have the project, maybe 2 or 3 people from the project management, and you go for 6 months. And then this is like a small project, 6 months design, construction, maybe another 6 months. In each phases, it's around 280 to 300 man hours that you are spending in meetings.
300 man hours spent in meetings for design coordination.
It's not design coordination. That's the thing. They just design recurring meetings. It's a meeting bloat.
What do you guys talk in these design meetings?
Design progress checks.
Okay, so where are you at with the design? What's next?
But what I'm trying to say is it has become quite a acceptable practice to come in and check in on design. It has created a bloat of maybe we are wasting time. Maybe we need not ask for progress.
So what do you guys do different in Vastra?
We have cut down the recurring meetings. We don't cut down our time to check in with the clients, and that is also very client dependent. We are all about clients. Client wants. That's our motto. It's you first. You is the client. The whole reason we exist in the market
that in itself is a problem in what you just said, but.
No, client first. I know you're coming from dispute resolution.
I'm not at all. I'm not coming from a very dispute perspective, but there's a problem in what you just said. You said, as a project manager, client first.
Client first, yeah.
I'd say project first. Why client first? Because client pays you bills. You obviously got to say client first.
It's not just
what's
about
best for the project.
It's not just about the client. When I say you first, client has a vision, has a brief.
Yes.
They need help in getting things built, designed, delivered, operated. Sometimes the client have different backgrounds. Sometimes the projects that they do is their core business. Sometimes the project that they have on hand, capital works, is not their actual core business.
And they just need the assistance.
They need help, yeah. And they need some experts to come together to get on, deliver their vision. What we find is that vision is diluted, forgotten, parked, and the design evolves. It creates its own language. It creates its own persona.
Because it's riddled with compliance.
It is compliance, but also the vision of, I'm not saying interior designers or architects are to be blamed, but their focus is to do a really good design, get maybe put in front of awards. It is because it's something to be proud of. They are creative. Yeah. That's what they're hired for. But our role is, if the scope and the brief is not that, we will cut down the aspiration to what they actually can afford and what they actually wanted. No point in giving, I'm not very good at cars, but I'll give you an analogy. No point in giving a Porsche when they have a Corolla budget, and nothing worse than giving a barely performing Porsche at a Corolla budget, if you know what I mean.
I 100% know what
Value
you mean.
for money.
Yeah, you're going back to the time, cost, quality triangle.
Yeah.
And managing the time, cost, quality aspects of an entire project.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I understand then the client becomes the most important aspect of you.
Yes. I'm not speaking as an engineer to contract, Andy. No. But as a project manager, maybe that's a very personal view.
No, which is cool. I 100% respect that.
I'll give you an example why not project first. And that's probably a personality thing. I don't get affected. And I know I shouldn't say this. The project outcome is not as important as my client's vision. Because to be honest, they don't even need to hire me in a project.
Tell me more.
I don't think they need to hire a project manager. If they are really good, capable interior designer, an engineer, do the design, get to the consent, deliver through a main contractor, you literally do not need a project manager.
I fully agree.
Yeah.
That's the Shane Burley simplicity style of delivering projects.
And I'm not going to say, no, that's wrong. I think where I'm coming from is I'm not standing here and sitting and explaining and defending and wanting, no, you need me. You need our services. That's not our game. We are creating something quite new and out there in the market. We are establishing ourselves as we are the go-to experts in commercial and interiors. We have seen so many experiences from the agreement to lease to design to consenting to delivery. We have a good grip on the suppliers. So they know that they usually have a capacity issue, to be honest. When they cannot, they as in the client, they cannot manage the project. They need someone who understands the language more than they do.
Yeah.
More than they do.
Time,
and
money,
I think,
quality. Yeah.
Yes. Or they're challenging the designers, challenging the engineering, challenging what is best for the project. And not all the time we are bringing the cost down. That's not like the whole one-dimensional thinking. We like to work with the empowered client, and they usually don't have time and capacity, and at that time they need an expert who is way better experience, has seen a lot of things. That's where we come in. We wrap the I don't want to sound weird, but we want to wrap the arms around our clients and see and give them full confidence. This is what we need to do.
You know what, Raji? Before I stepped into this chat, I didn't think I'd say what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I love what you just said.
No, you didn't.
I absolutely love what you just said.
Okay.
I did not envision me saying this.
There's like a bar
outside the
chart
room.
which has like 10 bars and one down. All right, next one. To convert Andy into a project management lover.
Did you guys workshop this?
We should, well, we do a lot of planning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a lot of planning in. That's one of the good things about having some freedom in what we are doing is because it's not a big operation, to be honest.
Yeah. Your capacity for change, and you're nimble. You're small.
We are very nimble, but we can like.
The same, right?
And also, Jen and I work at quite high speed.
Yeah.
Like we are very efficient.
Yeah.
So if something changes. In overnight,
You can implement
all our
change
templates
immediately.
will be changed. Don't you worry.
Yeah. It's the same. Like so when Blair started with strategic planning,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, we need a better system to manage all our tasks, and he came up with this new system, and he said, okay, let's roll it out with the team next week. And it's Wednesday, and I'm like, fuck no, let's go. I've like immediately called the team, and Blair's sitting there looking at me, and he's going, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, no, mate, let's just roll it out now. By the end of Thursday, fully rolled out, complete buy-in from my entire team. We're in a complete new system. So I fully understand what you're telling me. Because we're small, we just like adapt to change as quickly as possible. Otherwise, you can't really make money in this market.
I think you've said you have OCD, so maybe that's probably because of that.
I definitely have OCD.
I would say I'm a reasonably impatient person.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a reasonably impatient. So is my business partner, Jen. She's probably a bit more impatient than I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the visionary? Who's the doer?
I think that there is some natural split in both of our personalities. There are some parts that I'm very outward. I love creativity. I love coming up with ideas. I made my own website. Like, I do enjoy that kind of stuff. That really excites me. Jan, on the other hand, that's not what is her natural language. Her natural language is on a project, efficiency, what needs to be done, right from the design briefing. She has a really good rapport with consultants.
Cool.
Where consultants actually come to us for working with them. And it's not because we are very friendly with them, we give them a slack. We're being humans. Project managers cannot be go all the time because we are an algorithm. We are not a human project manager. So you do want to pick and choose your pace. It's not saying that we're not thinking. Sometimes project can enjoy a bit of a slack. Sometimes the project needs to be driven. You can't go driving mode all the time. So Jen is really good in bringing all those doing part. So she's head of delivery, kind of, in our two-director model. It's not a hierarchy.
You have a very flat structure.
Very flat structure. The structure is a line.
Yeah, the structure is a line. So Raji, help me, help everybody else listening understand, what do project managers actually do?
Okay. I don't think everybody will agree with the answer I'm going to give. But
your perspective, honest, open.
Yep.
That's the whole point of this conversation.
I think the first, we'll probably divide into 4 or 5 parts of what the role of project manager is. The first part is the easiest part. You will say that's boring. But I think that's the most important role of a project manager, is the triangle of time, cost, quality.
Cool.
You are there as an expert. You're not there as an engineer and a designer. I'm not saying stick to your lane, but don't give solutions to problems and forget about the time, cost, quality. That's the biggest failure. If I hear a project having value engineering issues in developed design, that is a failure. They would need to have resolved, the project manager should have resolved in all his or her controls in the concept design. Developed design is not reserved for that. But many projects we do here, after building consent, value engineering is being employed.
Interesting.
And you see
so value engineering sits in concept design.
100%.
Cool.
No later than prelim. That's a failure mode. But the point is, I've seen many project managers who are very passionate. Nothing wrong with them. Like, they really care. They're very passionate. But somehow they forget the role is actually, no one is looking at it. No one is looking at the time, the cost, or the quality. I define quality as client's brief. No one is looking at, or no one is guarding it as hard as a project manager. Like, the engineer needs to do the engineer. The architect needs to do the architect. but
Sure.
you're responsible to keep them in check. Not as a policing.
Yeah.
That's not my style.
I can tell.
That's not my style.
Yeah.
I think it's for, let's just work for who actually hired us. Get the client's vision done, eh?
Cool.
So that's number one.
Cool.
Number two is, honestly, I call it plumbing of information. You're
Plumbing?
yeah. You're
Okay, interesting.
you have many valves, you have many pipes. You should not open the floodgates of all the information to everyone all the time. Like, that's not project management. That's post-boxing. But you have the biggest on a project org chart. Project manager sits quite high up, and that has a lot of influence. Doesn't mean they make the most money. It just is high up as a hierarchy.
Okay.
I can vouch for that. That doesn't mean they make the most money, but they have a quite influence on a project.
Yeah.
Use that influence for the right reason.
I've always said that you guys are in
Yeah.
the position of the most influence
Yep.
to influence change positively or negatively.
Absolutely. So we want to use the power of the communication in a project is the most prized asset. You need to get the information from one place to the other. And project issues come up, you need to get that information to that engineer.
So you get
and
the
not
right
them.
information to the right person at the right time.
If you have taken that responsibility, you better do it properly. You can't like touch and go and not do it sometimes, not do it. You've got to be consistent. And for that, I think someone experienced project manager are able to do it way better than not. I don't know where this needs to go. I'll just issue it to 10 people. You kind of get, the plasticity in a consultant relationship.
Yeah.
I think our consultants like working with us because we don't waste their time. I really value people's time.
It's really cool that you said that because we've seen it on projects. Like, we get Procore emails, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh my fucking
Yeah.
God.
We'll talk
it's
about
just-
Procore. That's a completely Procore.
No, but it's the emails that get
emails,
flooded, issued from the project manager, and it just goes out to everybody in the project. I'm just sitting down there, half my inbox is just flooded with Procore emails, and I'm like, delete.
So
If
what
it's
this-
important, call me.
Correct. And what this has done is it's broken the plasticity in a relationship. Now, the project manager needs to grab your attention really hard so that you actually jump on it.
Yeah. So
So
I'm not taking any action as a project planner, if we're
You
involved
don't
in
know,
the
you're
job,
too,
call me.
there's
What's
too many stimuli. So I think the plumbing information is, I call it plumbing of information, the information flow. It's absolutely crucial. The QS on the job, we have figured out we know our commercial and interior projects. We know what needs to happen. You will argue, everyone else also knows what needs to happen. But not every project I've done, last I checked, has been the same. Every project has been unique.
It always will be.
Yeah, and there's some clients who like all the updates that we do. Some clients don't need all the updates. So it's all about how you're tailoring your approach to each project. But plumbing of information is the most important. No need for newsletter.
You protect the vision, you plumb information.
Yeah.
Move on. What's 3?
Okay. Number 3 is depending on the type of clients you do have, that's your role as governance. You're the governance lead. When I say that, it's not just giving the reports, the meetings, the PCG, the steerco, the business case. It's a much more bigger role than that. Governance is overseeing issues before they actually happen and get the client in the know. Client wants to know. They're actually quite empowered. Yeah. Nothing worse than a client who's not engaged in a project. If you get a project where a client is as excited as, I don't know, the project manager is, everyone is just very excited. Like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do a good job. So it's my role to make sure the client is informed with the right level of information. A lot of times we just gossip with the clients all the time. Anyway, that's just relationship building. We have fun.
Sure.
But that is
for
our
which
role.
For which you need collective information from everybody else to actually ascertain and forecast or predict or risk manage.
Correct. And
there's a lot of groundwork before you get to that point.
Yeah, and we want to be in a position.
Hey, I might almost start liking you guys at the end of this.
Another bar checked in the 10 bar check.
All right, let's keep going.
But no, so we really think our role is as a governance, and governance is to get the right information to the client at the same time when they need to act, when they need to actually show their influence. Sometimes a lot of times project needs the client influence, because like who cares about the project manager screaming on the top of the head? But sometimes the client intervention, and it could be positive, negative. We need them engaged. So the governance role is quite cool. The fourth aspect is I call it, let's create a vibe on a project.
Let's create a what?
A vibe.
It's
a vibe.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Let's create a vibe on a project.
Okay. Go on, tell me more.
I want you to attend my meeting when I ask you to attend the meeting, not roll the eyes, not another meeting. I want you to pick up my phone and say, can you do this? I'm really sorry. I needed this by tomorrow. And I've not actually annoyed you for the last 2 months or annoy you for every single thing. You'll be like, no dramas. Because
how do you create that vibe?
There's no playbook on it, but it's,
Sure.
to be honest, be as genuine as you are. Don't try to...
And don't be an a-hole.
Don't try it.
Don't get all contractual on day one. That sets the tone, doesn't it?
That sets... like this conversation, I think is a good vibe. Like
I'm genuinely enjoying this conversation. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning heaps.
You don't. I mean, there's no playbook on like just be a nice person. Sorry,
Yeah.
but
I did come here a little prepped to give you a hard time, but I'm struggling to give you a hard time.
well, I'm sure it's coming.
Is it?
I'm
You
sure it's
reckon?
coming. But no, what I've learned in New Zealand is such a small country with not a lot of resources. New Zealand is small. Construction industry is smaller, and sometimes commercial and interiors is very smaller. Like it's
much smaller. Yeah.
It's
everybody knows everybody.
Everybody
it's
knows
incestuous.
Correct.
Yes. Yep.
I would say that everyone can compete for the same resources in many instances.
Yeah.
I want my electrical engineer to put my project as top 3 rather than the 10th. So I get my job done much
Agreed,
easier.
yeah.
So I think this is all comes like
relationships
and say, I mean, give a hard time when they need to be given a hard time, and I don't think they mind when they know they're in the wrong. Naughty corner, you're in the naughty corner. And the last thing, which honestly I've seen all the project managers, because no project manager wakes up in the morning thinking, I'll be really bad at all of these things. They may try, but that's where
I don't think anybody that shows up to work says
no.
Or they brush their teeth, they look and say, "I'm going to go to work and do a bad job." I don't
Correct.
think anybody
Correct.
doesn't want to do that, right?
Everybody is learning, evolving,
Agreed.
getting in the journey.
Yeah.
But the last thing I feel, which is I don't see it often, is please add value every single step. And that gets rid of your post-boxer emailers and whatever the pigeon
Are you like
email.
preempting all my questions?
No, like these are the very stereotypical things people ask and say. But add value. Create the habit of critical thinking. It's an asset. It's an asset you can learn. You can acquire those skills. You're not born with it. Try to question everything. You're there to question, challenge. Think about, this happened on my 10th job. Let's just make it improve, small improvements. Maybe some things are successful, maybe not. Just don't be afraid to call out your failures. Like, I don't know. I would have failed 10 times this morning. It's completely fine. But add value. Add value.
Don't be a bum on the seat.
Yeah. And in our new Vastra, Jan and I, are focusing on how we can add value as project managers in commercial interiors. So we are peeling back the layers of all the finishes that in a fit out, a lot of finishes goes in. People don't realize the complexity of the compliance and the time pressure to get. Not one wall is the same color, not one wall is the same finish, not one ceiling is just the grid. So it's a quite complex thing coming together. So we thought, well, let's peel the layer of not leaving everything to our designer. And you do all of that, do the fire compliance, do the acoustic compliance, do the non-slip, everything, and make sure you don't muck it up. That is the legal answer that a project manager can give. But we thought, let's learn about it. What is a good product to put on the floor, to the ceiling? What are the challenges? What are the fixing types? What glue is available? We are not builders. I don't want to be a builder. But we should be knowing all of these things so that when a product is specified, we are, actually, this is quite hard to apply on the floor because you need a lot of floor prep. Things like that. We are adding value to our clients. We're not adding value just because we like it. Well, we like it as well. But, learning new things, learning new products, learning new strategies to.
And the money's not great.
Money's all right.
It's okay.
And
Okay. Cool.
compared to the hierarchy of the project, the typical project life cycle and hierarchy on a organization chart, client has the most money. Yeah, fine.
Of course. That's why he's building shit.
But the triangle of the bottommost person, which is the subcontractor, is actually making the money, not the project manager.
Not always.
Not always. The
not
boom and
always.
bust cycle, they are shielded.
But
They
there's
should.
one more
Hey,
important thing
they
that you're
should.
responsible for that you didn't speak about. That you have the most power to control.
Contracts.
No. Just take it you said peel it back, take it one level higher. Let's take it one level higher, right? It's
Program? No?
The program's a small portion of
Yeah,
it.
okay.
I mean, I'd want to pretend like it's the most important thing because I
Yeah.
have more clients, but it's where you can apportion the risk. Risk management,
Yeah.
I believe, is actually part of your key role
That's comes in the value add. Yes, correct.
as part of your value add.
Yeah.
But then you have the most amount of influence on who's best managed, who's best able to manage that risk.
Yeah.
Not just push that risk downstream.
No.
Because typically what happens is the client doesn't want to hold the risk, right? So you use 3910, push it down to the main contractor. Main contractor says, fuck this, I ain't going to hold the risk. Divvy it up into 50 subcontractors, pass that down now. Shit's just flowing downhill. Typically. How do you
agree.
stop that?
I agree.
How do you manage that as a project manager?
I agree, and I think I'll probably we tend to speak in zeros and ones, like it's either very good or very bad. So our examples will be like that, but it's not the real life. But in a normal life cycle of a project, I don't think anyone realizes that this is what is happening, right?
Right.
Risk is being pushed down. They're just in the autopilot mode. Get the brief, get the design, lodge the consent, get the tender, copy paste the tender RFQ requirements, and get the contractor.
Sure.
Contractor also does the same. The muscle memory of the bad ways don't leave until you challenge and
Innovate and create.
Correct. So that I would be confident to say that 80% of the projects will be on the same path. This is what we have always done, and it's worked, and we should do it. It worked the last time. Client saved $1 million.
Sure.
So that kind
But at
of
what cost? But
yes.
never mind. Yeah.
But when you actually peel back all these as you described, the risk management of a rather good risk apportionment, it's funny how small New Zealand is, but the level of trust in construction industry is not as high. You tend to see the same people in other projects, but their pricing strategy is not a high trust model.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that.
Yeah, you're aware. So I don't know why subcontractors do it. I do not know why.
It's interesting, right? I was speaking to one of the subcontractors long time ago, and he actually told me something interesting. He said if he's actually pricing a job to a contractor, who he knows is difficult and probably doesn't want to work with, he'd probably double his price.
Yeah.
For the same quote to another contractor, he'd go half the price.
Hey, that is quite good example because
Well, it's true. He's like, oh yeah, if I'm going to price to those guys, nah, mate.
Yeah.
I'm bumping my price up. There's way too much risk to carry.
Yes.
But I get paid on time. I don't know. So it's 101 problems, right?
But
whereas the preferred supplier, or preferred partner.
Well, I mean, is there a myth? I don't know. A lot of clients do think, let's go competitive tendering, and it's going to magically resolve the budget issues. That's a very commonly rolled out strategy of risk management. We want to just probably break down that model a little bit. If the project involves certain specialists, bespoke nature of products, some unique element of design. Curtain wall is a classic example. Everyone is doing it. I'm just saying everyone talks the example of curtain wall supplier to be brought in early. Nobody talks about other specialist, repeatable, if it's an apartment job. I don't do apartment projects, by the way, but it's quite repeatable. Why not get the partitioner in as a trade that you work with the design rather than sending it to the design?
Interesting. That's what Shane Burley does from Simplicity. He
Yeah.
just works. There's no competitive tendering.
Correct. Yeah.
He literally works with preferred partners.
It
keeps
works.
you guys out of the picture
It
completely.
works. Yep.
And he has an efficient model that
Yep.
just
And I'm
cookie
not
cutter model.
disputing any of that. The challenges when in doing this is we need to get the notion out of the clients that you don't need to competitively tender every single trade. You get those specialist trade in. If it's a structural stair, like you have the feature, bring in the stair contractor into your fold. How much money you're gonna like? It's cost, material, labor. There you go, price. And margin. Everyone charges margin. Everyone should be allowed to charge margin. But
it's a
that
business,
kind
right?
of
You've
dilutes
gotta
the
make money.
pool of the tender tension that people think. And what you're seeing in this market is people go for the bottom price. And that's just, that's a market behavior.
It's never the best option, but
I know.
yes.
But if I and we have influence on the clients,
Yeah.
we can educate them about these are the risk. You can have it both ways. You will get the product. One is more painful, one is more collaborative. I think the client, if we get the client on board, they would choose, let's do it collaboratively. Yeah, if we can still manage it within our budget, you better make sure you do it, ma'am, and do it. I think the client will empower us to do it. However, if it's a government tender, there is
they'll always pick the lowest
zero
price.
opportunity for doing any of that, what I mentioned. It's only with private. Government protocols restricts you to do nothing but open tender. You have to open tender it. You have a mechanical plant upgraded into your maintenance situation, you got to go open tender. What about the incumbent supplier who actually knows your building? They know the times, the BMS. No, we can't do that. We need to go open
they do
tender.
have procurement systems in place,
Yeah.
and rules and regulations in place.
It's challenging for government.
I bet it
projects.
is, because we tried getting on a supplier list for the government, and it's actually quite hard.
Yes.
It's quite hard even getting on that list as
we are finding that out right now to get into the systems.
Hey, come grab a coffee with us. We'll exchange notes. I'll tell you how
Is
difficult
there
it
a
is.
shortcut?
There's no shortcuts.
Just coffee for a shared grief.
Yeah,
Sorrow.
share the pain.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. So the New Zealand government makes it really difficult for you to get on the procurement list, but it's also they go into competitive. It's always competitive entry.
I think.
And do they always pick the lowest price?
If they have a open tender model for consultants, I don't have issues with that. They won't get the right person based on that. I don't have issues in going on a panel, like as a consultant.
Yes, correct.
I don't have issues with that. Once you figure out a track record within the same client, they will tend to lean to, let's just do people who know what we have done. But I'm talking about the contractor side of things.
Right.
When they are, because we are talking about risk management.
Yes.
If we have to apportionate the risk accordingly, the procurement rules and the procurement person, nothing against the person sitting behind the laptop there is no flexibility of let's just bring a specialist supplier in early. No, we can't. No, we cannot.
Okay.
It's usually a large project that has a special committee who approves the ECI, even if there is an ECI route. But even then, it's very hard to pre-select the list of subcontractors in even that model, unless you have like papers and papers. So
what can we do to change it?
I think the
government will have to look at the procurement processes?
I think their government has a challenge. They need to be fair and equitable. That's a very hard challenge.
It is.
I'm not saying let's just forget the government and let's just focus on private sector.
Well, the
Let's
government's
start
got
with
most of the money, though.
Correct.
And they set the precedence for how your private jobs
But
go.
I would say let's start with the private sector. I don't think all the private sector is doing what I'm trying to say here. And not
interesting.
all the private sector is doing that. They all will go, let's do the open price. Oh, it's not open price. Competitive tender at the end of the design. Because A, they're short on time. They didn't think about the ECI early enough. Whatever reason. There is no... I don't think there is that many approaches. We are trying to push and get preferred contractors. To be honest, I have to give this caveat. We don't gain anything out of recommending any supplier, subcontractor. We don't. That's not our game. We just get paid off for our time and get going. But we want to make sure that there is the right person thinking about. Because sometimes the project has, if it's a refurbishment, the client has limited capital to spend on a refurb. There is not a lot of capital added, so they want to minimize the capital spend. If you go out to the competitive tendering, the design's there, they will go, all right, let's go new flooring, new ceiling, new pond. Like, that's the easiest way because that's easy to moderate it and easy to price. It's low risk, but you've just thrown out of everything and actually increased the cost. But there are other opportunities to reuse some of these, which is, by the way, coming into really amazing innovation happening in local Aotearoa, New Zealand-made people who are reusing the carpet tile and bringing back as a raw fiber.
Yeah, there was another person reusing cabinets. And,
reusing cabinets.
Yeah, refurbishing cabinets and reusing cabinets. He actually wanted to come on the podcast.
Yes.
I need to follow that up. I completely forgot about that.
I think use of natural materials, getting the recycled plastic, getting ceiling tiles that are not just new for the purpose of new. Work with your local supplier, and they will be able to refurbish your existing tile. Those things are out there, but it adds 10 steps of pain.
Yeah.
And no one has time. Let's just do it. Let's just go punk. And get the tender out, and the tender comes in. There is no incentivizing going outside the box to add this process this painful.
To promote sustainability.
And even if, correct. So I think the open this is the innovation killer is this competitive tender sometimes.
I can see how that is a problem.
Yeah.
But funny, I never actually thought about that from a different lens. Actually, I don't know if I like or don't like talking to you.
I'm liking talking to you.
Well, I don't know. I gave you the whole playbook. You just throw my whole playbook out of the window. Do you guys whole workshop all of this?
No, this is how we run the projects. And I'm not saying we are the first one to do it. There are plenty of good project managers. We're really passionate about this space.
Funny, good. No, it's really cool. Really cool. I'm really glad you came on because I don't think I've come across many of you in construction, at least not in my experience.
Oh, great.
Which is quite
I'm
interesting.
glad to hear. You're being very kind.
Yeah, that wasn't the intention when I walked in here, trust me. That was not the intention.
So you were saying if we will be replaced by AI.
Sorry, yes. Back to it.
Yeah.
Hey, you should become a podcast host.
I don't think I will be able to become a good podcaster. You're able to give shit and take shit. I don't think I can do both.
You're very good at giving it, I'll tell you that. Yes. Do you reckon you'd be replaced by AI?
Yes. So going back to the things I talked about, what a role of project manager is, people say AI is really good at repeatable tasks and get the minutes, get the reports, get the structure, get the format, RFP. Yes, it's all good for that. And yes, I don't use the AI for any of that. It's not because of...
You don't?
No, I'm ashamed to say I don't. And that's not because of... I'm too old to use AI. That's not the reason. I feel there is less and less of genuineness coming out in the world. We would like to put a genuineness outside. And even if it's 2 pages of RFP, I'm happy. How about we have a video loop into our RFP to present?
A what loop?
You can record yourself.
Yes.
Explaining the RFP to the client without, so they don't need to read it. They can get the sense. Because project manager, they're looking for who can come and has the dynamic personality and get it done. If they're looking for that person, they might just be looking for someone who fulfills the scope, not the role. It's a difference.
Yeah, 100%. It's the same thing as price and value. Two different things.
Yeah, and our approach would be quite different if someone is looking for a scope of a project manager or rather than a role of a project manager. I would put, this is how we would do it. And this will be 5 minutes of recording and you get as a client, oh yeah, I like it. Or some might go, this is too loose. And that's okay. Maybe that's not a happy fit. That's fine. Yeah. But no, I think AI can be really powerful in getting contract administration out, meeting minutes out. But our ways of thinking differently is not use AI to make the job faster of already a bloated system. Let's look at the root cause of what is causing the bloat and try to cut down those systems.
Eliminate the waste.
Yeah. So if you cut down the meeting, you cut down the meeting minutes. You cut down the real site management. You cut down the RFIs and CIs and contract admin. You cut down the good design, coordination. You cut down the pain for the contractor. I don't want...
But you still got to ensure that the process is efficient.
Yeah.
And the
reports.
process does happen.
Cut down, make the report more visual.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
if the AI can do all of this, I'll use that.
It can. Who said it can't?
No, I'm sure it can. But the thing is, you are not going to say, oh, we have got this new internet. In 2000, everyone's like, internet. Why do we need project managers? We have internet. It's something similar to that. Like, it's a tool there to enhance you. And if it replaces you, it will replace you. I'm not worried about it will replace me or not. It should. Probably I can shine better.
Given what I just heard, I don't think you'd ever have to be worried about being replaced by AI. But
I think it should drive people. Look, it's a very people-based, so I think that's why it's very hard for me to say. If, we all have been in those projects with 980 RFIs and you have to write CIs, like that's just gone too far into the... AI is going to issue 100 CIs in a minute. That's not the solution, though. The solution is why do we have 980 RFIs?
That means you have a design problem. You go back to the root, you fix the design, and then you move forward again.
Yes. I know, idealistically simplistic, but that's
reality,
very...
If
happen. You have limited amount of energy, I would rather spend energy in that rather than this.
Good on you.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I think we've gone for more than an hour now.
Okay.
We're not getting kicked out just yet, but I think we've gone for more than an hour. Have we? Yep. So, it's really cool. But I wanna touch on a personal topic, Raji.
Okay.
Before I let you go, before we get kicked out of here. What drives Raji? Outside work, and there's a whole construction aspect.
Yes.
Sounds like you're incredible at your job and you're really good at it.
No,
right?
I'm not.
Well, I don't know whether I like talking to you or not. I'm still making my mind up about that.
So kind.
But
outside work, I am not organized at all. I am very static. I actually hardly talk. I am very introspective person. I'm a, what do you call it? Who's an introvert but extrovert just for the work. So I'm a very introverted person.
There is a word for that, actually.
Yeah, I know. I've forgotten that word.
Yeah, there is a word for that.
But I am very static in my personal life. I do a lot of... it's not something I do to reduce my stress. It's something I love. I love doing a lot of things with crafts with my hands. I do painting. I do journaling. Cool. I do a lot of introspection. I enjoy it. I look forward to it. And when I am overworked, I find that's the first thing that goes. My drive to be creative goes. And that's actually quite a sad thing to be, because then you come back to work and you're not creative. You're just a vessel. Not to be morbid, but
you become a post-box PM?
No, you lose the spunk. You lose the magic. I don't know. I don't think I'll have magic, but you know what I mean?
Like I know exactly what you mean.
You just go floating around. And some people gain it through their sports. I don't play sports. Some people get out of the gym. I'm okay at gym. Yeah, so everyone has that. But I have something which I can spend hours and hours without relying on external stimuli. It's me and myself. So I try to better my skills. You will not see what I make because that's not what it's for. I love the process. It might just look ugly, but hey, I love the process of I spend 4 hours without a screen. That's a win for me. So I like to seek improvements in my personal life, and that hopefully translates into my work life. Hopefully, or maybe not. Hey, it's a time well spent.
Yeah, I mean, if that gets you going, why not?
Yeah,
no, it's amazing.
So,
it's amazing you do that.
Our our company's Christmas party was actually making rings. So we are bringing the craftiness into the business.
Yeah, it's really cool. You have party for two?
Party. We went with a group, but yes.
Cool.
Party with a group.
Yeah, nice. Well done. But anyways, hey, sounds like you're doing amazing work in the industry. I do have a different perspective on PMs, just ever so slightly.
You
Marginally.
Let's keep talking. You will find it's a sad story if you have not found a nice project manager. Come on, you have.
I'm talking to one now.
Okay,
by the sounds of things. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because the chain of questions that I had is completely different to what we actually spoke today.
Hopefully in a good way.
In a very good way. In a very good way. Hey, it sounds like you're doing amazing things in the industry. Keep going.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's opportunities to collaborate.
Yeah.
I'm completely open to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. It's
Yeah,
cool. I actually enjoy working with you. So, I mean, I enjoyed this conversation.
We have created a vibe.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'm not saying because you've you have to give compliment and take compliment. It's
No,
not that.
no.
I really like your boldness, your organization boldness, and being brave and putting out there of things that is new and different, and podcast, new tools, your Strata app. It's bold.
Thank you.
And it will work.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. We're going helpful at the Toronto.
Yeah.
Just head in a direction to create efficiency in the industry.
Yeah.
Make things smarter, faster, better.
I'm excited.
Raji, thank you so much for making the time.
Thank you, Andy.
All right. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll have you soon on the podcast again. At some point.
Wow. Round 2. That's when the grilling happens.
Thank you, Raji.
Thank you.